This is Elle Jones of Los Angeles, California, representing Elevate Now Multimedia and Lifestyle brand. You're listening to Spark 95.0 Radio with Qualities on the Tuesday Talk with Quality show, where entertainment, real talk, and inspiration collide. Stay tuned because you will be inspired, empowered, and ready to elevate.
It's another segment of Tuesday Talk with Qualities. I thank you for joining in, taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to me and to also engage on topics and issues that's going on in our lives around the world, with our friends, with our co-workers, with our family, past experiences, current experiences. This is what I do. Once again, it's Tuesday Talk with Qualities every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also see the time zone on the flyer. Shout outs to Spreaker.com. Shout outs to Qualities of a Good Man Facebook page. Shout outs to Twitter, Qualities of a Good Man. Shout outs to All Spark Productions, Spark 95.0 Radio. Shout outs to Yay Music. Shout outs to everybody that's dedicated and loyal and shows support. It's all about support. People think that it's easy to get support, but it's actually hard, because not too many people want to show support if it's not about them, So I always feel appreciated when I get that support, no matter who you are, what you supported me for, just in general, So I thank you for that. So basically, the topic is men forced by peer pressure. You can call in. The number is 877-430-1289. You can also chat live on Spreaker. You can also hit me up on the Facebook page, Qualities of a Good Man. We 82,000 plus strong. We're 82,000 plus strong. It's a good thing. I believe we hit 82,000 like last week. So it's a good thing, and it's 82,000 people worldwide. So it's just not local, And it's a good thing. it's a positive thing. You know, we not spreading negativity. We not spreading ideas to break up homes. We showing love. We showing love here. So once again, I would like to thank you for joining me every Tuesday. Tuesday Talk Equalities, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just like to talk on issues, topics that we all experience and go through. Sometimes things can be a little. Sometimes things can be a little, off key. Everything, but I'm gonna jump straight into the topic though. Like I like to do with my music, I don't like to talk too much, but I have to talk on this. So basically, the topic, of discussion is peer pressure, and I would like to thank and give an enormous shout outs to Chris Fredrickson. Let me look it up. Yeah. Chris Fredrickson. No, Chris Frederick. My fault. Chris Frederick for being a man and giving his input. And I say being a man because I'm not degrading any man. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that I don't like to say a real man because that's what's going on around in the internet. People are saying a real man. But a real man is basically your opinion of a real man. If I say a real man is this, men and women may not disagree because everybody have their own likes, desires, so if I say this is a real man, people may not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to use the term a real man because what is really a real man is to each his own. That's a real man, to each his own. But I would like to say that I respect him for being a man to stepping up and giving his idea because I know as a man we always hide our emotions, we always hide how we feel. So the world always misconstrued us, always misunderstand us, and women in particular misunderstand us. And our children sometimes misunderstand us because we don't show emotions and we don't express ourselves. So a person that don't express themselves and don't show emotions, people don't know how to take you. You leave yourself open for other people's assumptions because you don't express yourself. No matter what you believe in, if you're not expressing yourself, people gonna always accuse, and point the picture of how they think you are, and that's what I want to do. I want to get men to open up a little more. Opening up don't mean that you're a sucker, you're a punk, and all that. Come on, cut the crap. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. You're no less of a man if you express yourself. You know what I'm saying? You human just like everybody else on this planet is. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to express yourself. And take it from me, men, the ones that's listening, your woman will admire you, love you, and respect you more if you just open up a little more. Staying, secluded and, secretive and all of that, and just trying to, impress her with money and impress her with, the bedroom, the bedroom happiness. Women want more than that. Women want a lot more than that, and, you can't get upset at the guy that listened to her because women have a lot on their mind. They think different than we do. They think deeper. They think way far more in advance. This is why they was blessed with foresight. So, you gotta give more to you gotta bring more to the table than just, money and, your sex game, But enough of that. So I like the fact that Chris brought this up, and also a lot of respect to everybody who also left the comment with their ideas and topic. I'm not overshadowing you. I'm not overlooking you. I thank you for, taking the time out for giving your opinion, stuff like that. Every one of your opinions made sense. Some of the topics that you brought up are already covered, and I will cover them down along the line. But I really respect you for giving your opinion. But like I said, the one with either the most brought up topic or the one with the most likes, I will discuss tonight. And Chris, Frederick, he had the most with 13. So I would like to thank him for that. So now, so let's talk about that. So me, like I always do, I always start off with my opinion until callers start coming, calling in and stuff like that, and then we're gonna take, the caller's opinion, and the people that post and chat live. So basically, my opinion is that, yeah, we do. Men go through peer pressure. Men go through peer pressure a lot. It can range from many reasons, many things why men go through peer pressure. But men go through peer pressure immensely, and it's not more of the fact that I don't know how to say, like, kids or anything like that. It's more just basically the fact that in society we, men, a lot of men feel like they're supposed to be a certain way. If you don't show love to your female, that's cool. If you always out hanging out, that's cool. If you always drinking, smoking, that's cool. For some, if you about violence, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So we always have like this, this image that we have to portray, as far as what a real man is, or what a man should do, or what a man's supposed to do. And a lot of times this stems down to our sons, and not saying that men always instill this in the boys. Sometimes women also think like this too, because it's a society brainwashed thing to where a man is supposed to be tough, be hard, not have emotions, not care. And that's the key point word, not care, And if you don't care and show less emotions, then you're a man. And I just think that it has an effect on family. It has an effect on family. It has an effect on family. It has an effect on family when a man think like this, and he has a daughter, or he has a son, a family, a female in his presence that he have to take care of. A lot of times, a man will lose out. A man will damage something that's so important to him. And most of the time, family and that woman is your only supporters. They your only supporters. You know, I've been through the chain. I've been through the wash, the dry, the set, the hangout, all of that. I've been through that. And my experience, a lot of men, they just want you there, for that macho stuff, but when you actually are going through lifetime crisis and you're going through real situations, the men are not there a lot of times. They can't, they either they can't, they don't want to, or they feel that they don't have to support you, and to keep it real, I know it's different than women. Women will support another woman when she hit rock bottom, or when her family is going through something, or when she's going through something, or when she's going through something with a man. I'm going to keep it 100%. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't support you on that. They like, oh, you going through what you going through? Oh, okay, dog, I'm going to be here. We can drink, we can smoke, we can hang out, we can talk, but I'm not letting you on my crib. You know what I'm saying? You can't shack up on my couch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you bread. I'm not going to give you money, or, and that's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said on this station, I'm just going to keep it raw. I'm not going to be fake about nothing, and that's just how it is. And weird thoughts about peer pressure really damage men in the long term because, don't get me wrong, there's some men that stand up and be like, yo, I love this woman. She backed me up. She's been there. I love her. I'm going to support her. If you don't like me or you don't want to rock with me no more, hang out with me, so be it. Blah, blah, blah. Which is good, but it's also a majority. I'm talking about the majority right now. A lot of men, through peer pressure, damage relationships in their family homes because even jobs is some men out there that damage their career or their job because they feel like, I'm a man, I shouldn't do certain things, For example, my thing is like, if I'm with my family and we going through hard times, and say like I got a degree, which I do, I got a college degree, a higher education, whatever you want to call it. If I feel like the economy is bad and I'm going through hard times and stuff like that, I'm not the type of man that's gonna go out and sell drugs and do negative things to get incarcerated, because that's what that leads to anyway. I'm not going to do negative things because I feel like if I'm there for my family, then I'm going to only do positive things because I can't explain to my kids and to my kids' mother or my wife, whatever she is at the time, that, oh, I just did this, it's so many other opportunities out there in the world. So for me, like a man like me, I would get a less job. I would get a job that's paying less, it may not be to my satisfaction, but at least it's bringing in revenue. It's bringing in money. So my family is eating regardless, I put the ego to the side, and that's what peer pressure for men is a lot of times. It's ego. We get caught up in ego because we think certain things are tough. We think that we shouldn't do certain things. We're not supposed to do certain things. And that's where it lies at. It's certain men that won't cook. It's certain men that won't fold clothes after they wives or the woman in their life wash the clothes. They won't fold it because they think that they too much of a man, But let me tell you something, brothers. Let me tell you something, brothers, for the ones that's listening. All of that macho stuff, once a woman gets fed up and tired of you being macho, trust me, I don't want to get nobody in trouble tonight, but trust me, fellas, all of that macho stuff. She's listening to the man that would do that for her. She's listening to the man that will listen to her and do that for her. So you're doing nothing but hurting yourself in the long run. She may not leave you. She may stay in your corner forever. But trust me, you know, because women, you have to pamper them. You have to take care of them. So call the number in. It's 877-430-1289. I'm going to go into a quick commercial break, chill, drink some water, catch my breath, and we're going to continue this topic when I get back. And you can also chat live. You can chat live on Spreaker. You can also chat live on the Qualities of a Good Man. You can do that too. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Talking to Tuesday Talker Qualities on Spark 95.0 Radio, baby.
Stuck cause I'm a boss. 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 Stuck cause I'm a standing on the Mac, nigga, flossy as ever. Swag on point, nigga, the dame be murdering them. I keep it gutter dog when I'm mobbing with them gunners. When we come up in the party, we get that thing bumping, get it pumping. Had them niggas bug jumping. Them yay music soldiers keep that gangsta music coming. We don't stop, we bless nigga all the blocks. I got the city on the death block. From today at the park, so you better step back. Cause I'm whipping too hard on you suckers with that sack. Louis bag full of cash, yeah, I'm number one in my class. The day you stay in some fat is why you suckers looking mad. I stuck cause I'm a boss. 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 Stuck cause I'm a stuck cause I'm stuck cause I'm a This is Flaw the Ding, and you are listening to DJ All Sparks on Sparks 95.0 Radio. Yay, music, homie.
Yeah, we back. There's no place how to do it but Spark 95.0 Radio. Yes, thank you for tuning in once again into another segment. If you're tuning in for the first time, the topic is men forced by peer pressure. And this is every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, going to have the most intriguing conversation that you can ever find on an internet radio station. By the way, shout outs to Ye Music. That was Floss the Dean track that I just played from Memphis. They doing big things. Very positive, inspirational people over there holding the station down. I would like to give them massive shout outs. Big up. So this is what I do. You can tune in. You can call in. The number is 877-430-1289. You can also chat live. You can also comment on Qualities of a Good Man page. And once again, I would like to give a big shout out to all of the people that's following. Like I said, we 82,000 plus strong. We doing things. We doing big things over here. Without you, there would be no me. There would be no Qualities of a Good Man, of course. So I would like to give a big shout out over there. Also, follow me on Spreaker. Please support me. Support the station. Follow me on Spreaker. It only takes maybe 10 to 20 seconds top, to just follow me on Spreaker. That way when I'm live, if I'm running late, if you're not near a computer, whatever, you would just get a notification of when I'm live. That's all. It's not telling you to, give your credit card information for pre-existing order or, anything like that. It's not saying, give a survey. So the only time when you would get a notification is when I'm on, which is not 24 hours a day and it's not 7 days a week. So, and if I was to do that, I just hope that that doesn't become a problem, because if I was to do that, then just know that it will be even more interesting than it is now already. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, please support the station by not just listening, but also following me on Spreaker, DJ Allspark. It just take a second to do. So we're going to get back into the topic at hand. And I feel that, sometimes we know that females, everybody go through peer pressure, and sometimes people think that peer pressure is just with kids, just with children in high school, in school. But peer pressure, period, is adults go through peer pressure and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They feel like, oh, just because I'm an adult, I make my own decision. No, some adults don't make their own decision. They're forced by peer pressure. I can say that for dating. You know what I'm saying? I date a female and I have all of the qualities that she know that she want. She know that she deserve. But meanwhile, she won't date me because I'm not dressed in a certain way. I'm black. I look a certain way. I talk a certain way. Because you got people, just because you talk a certain way, they won't date you. Let's not get into that. That's all racism. And I'm not with racism. Because I think it's ignorant. And anybody who's racist, let's just cut that out. But, she won't date me just because I'm a certain way. Or I can be about, making myself better. And she can have insecurities about herself, but she won't date me just because I'm striving. I'm always striving for better every day. So it's peer pressure, because that woman maybe can have friends that only date certain men, certain men that's womanizers, manipulators, and women tend to, I don't know why, but women tend to cling to these type of men more than the man that's going to really take care of them and help them and elevate them and achieve them. I don't know if it's through words. I don't know if it's through appearance. It could be a combination of the both, you know. But then, it's always a sad story that you have to hear at the end. So, me, myself, I know that this peer pressure is in men and women. It's in children. It's in society. And we fall victim to it because we feel that we have to impress somebody. And that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. We trying to impress people. We trying to impress our circle, the people that we hang out with. If you have a woman in your life, and she's about you and making you happy, and she's really supporting you. I mean, I don't see why not. You would want to give her that 100% dedication, and interaction. To me, I mean, I hang out with my dogs, my boys and this and that. But if I got, if I got a fly female in my presence in my corner and she's there for me and I know she's not no fake, I mean, I'd rather rock with her more than I'm rocking with a bunch of dudes that's talking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can always get up, we can always kick it, But I just don't, want to be around a bunch of men all the time. And I got a pretty sensuous female in my corner. I'd rather be with her. I'd rather show her. I want to show her off to the world. Show people that, this is my quality. This is what I'm about. She's my quality. That's just me though. I know everybody's different. And I'm just speaking for self. But I want to give a shout out to John Zombie. Chatting live on Spreaker right now. I would also like to give a shout out to Young Man chatting live right now on Spreaker. Big ups to y'all guys. I appreciate it. 100%. Yeah, so that's my opinion. Calling the number is 877-430-1289. Also, that intro that I was playing, that's also produced by me. Just something I'll produce real quick today, tonight. I don't know if you just tuned in just now. I'm trying to work out a deal with iHeartRadio. So you have to bring originality to them. You can't be playing a lot of, a lot of people stuff that's, like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Taylor Swift and, Tyler Perry. I mean, not Tyler Perry. Maroon 5 and all that. Like, you can play it if you're a DJ, which that's on another show. But on this show, they don't want to hear, copywritten stuff. So I'm trying to, become more original, more authentic, and show what I'm about rather than just copying, and playing other people's music, which is also a good thing. It's only going to benefit for me, even if I don't, get on with iHeartRadio. But that's what I'm seeking for. So I'm talking to them. I'm trying to, work some things out. But that's what it is. So yeah, I'd like to thank all of the people for tuning in. I'm actually responding to the people. So if you hear like a little stutter or a little pause, it's because I'm reading and I'm doing everything at one time. Also, shout out to Keish chatting live on Spreaker. We doing it up, man. We doing it up. Let me see. Let me read what she said. She said, hello people, just weighing in. Men, just be yourself and relax, and that woman will love you and respect you. No need to be a bugaboo. She said a bugaboo. Shout out to Keys for the response. Thank you for the engagement. um, a bugaboo. Hey, I don't know. I don't think men that's forced by peer pressure are really bugaboos. Or maybe I don't know the definition of a bugaboo. I thought bugaboos was like men that's like have too much time on their hands that's hounding women. Like you're not really showing that you're about anything. You just always contacting her like every single time. Um, yeah, I'm never a bugaboo. Like, nah, I ain't gonna bug you. um, but yeah, so I mean that's what it's about though. But I think men should also, know what's best for them. That's the thing. Men, you have to know what's best for you. You know, we can't predict everything. Just like nobody in this world can predict that anything. Women can't predict anything. Men can't predict anything. But I feel that if it feel right, if it feel right, just go with it. That's my thing. Just go with it. Don't worry about fear. Don't worry about getting hurt. Trust me, I've been hurt. I think I've been hurt in the worst way. But in due time, I will, I will find the right one for me. So I'm not afraid of being loyal to a female. I'm not afraid at all. And I think that's another thing. Men be like, "Oh, you locked down." You remember that saying? Come on, everybody know that saying. "Oh, you locked down," or "You gotta check in." I mean, if that's how you feel, and you're a man, and you have a woman, or if you married, or you have a family that you living with, then I feel that you don't really know your position. Because when it comes to that female, if you're married or she love you or you got a family, they come first. They come before your friends. They come before your friends. They come before your peers. They come before your business. Understand that. Nothing comes before your family. And I know, I'm just speaking in general, but I know it's a lot of, men out there that's going through hard complications, with some women that just make it hard, period. And I'm speaking for the good guys, because the dudes that just let their kids off spite because they not a man, that's a different story. I'm talking about the good guys that want to be there for their family and be there for her if she was, to be a better person. I know it's not always how I'm talking, just be there. It's hard, it's complicated, and that's another thing, like peer pressure. That's another thing. Men feel like, oh, we shouldn't take the female to court, to see custody of our kids. We shouldn't get the law involved, And that's another thing. I just said that because I talked about family. That's another thing. That's also peer pressure, because that's how men feel. Men feel that we aren't the ones that should do that. Like, we should just fall back and just be like, oh, whatever. However it play out. I'm going to just keep dealing with her one-on-one, personal, and some men actually do, take that step forward and, and do what they have to do, whether if they want to or not. It's always hard for us, to get other people involved with our relationship and our social status, So I just want to big up everybody that's loyal to their women. Men, if you, kick women to the curb, if you did it out of shame, if you did it out of ego, I hope that this conversation, I hope that this segment tonight really make you think, that it's about you. It's about you, because let me tell you this, if you get with the right female, a female will always make a man life better. The right female will always make a man life better. I guarantee you this. All of the successful men in this world have the right woman in their corner. So it's nothing about that, all women are bad. We can do it on our own. No, the right woman will enhance us, and you will even know that you will even step your game up when you love her and when you have feelings for her. You will step your game up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even if she's the foul woman for you, and you learn that later on down the line, you're gonna still step your game up in the beginning and in the middle, because that's what love do. And a lot of men out here walking around talk about, oh, I don't love her, F this bees, whores, all of this other stuff. But if you know me or if you've been listening to me, I never use those words. I never call a female a bee. I never call her a whore or anything like that. You can check my credits. I don't use those words, And these are the same men that's not lusting, but desiring for love, because we was all created by love. That's what we all want, whether we want to admit it to ourselves, or admit it to people, or admit it to the public. We're all looking for that. Whether if you're a male or female, we're all looking for that love. We're all looking for somebody to treasure us, to embrace us. So I'm gonna go to another commercial. I don't want to start sounding like I'm Dr. Feelgood and all this, and midnight midnight romance and harmony under the sun. I'm gonna keep it easy, but I'm gonna go to a quick commercial break. Call in that number. It's 877-430-1289, and we're gonna keep this conversation going on. I'm getting into it now. I'm getting a little excited now. So let's see what it is. All right, you talking to Tuesday Talk with Qualities on Spark 95.0 Radio. Don't touch that dial.
Hello, my name is Stephen Austin, and I'm represented by Model and Talent Management. Just when you thought denim wasn't formal wear, now introducing the new Black Slim Fit Jean by Fordham Denim. Perfect for any occasion, whether it's out in the town or just out running around. Black Slim Fit Denim, where comfortable meets class.
If you're playing to win, here's a brand new soap for you. Nope, I was wrong. This is a commercial for fruit. Nope, I was right. It's a really weird commercial for soap.
I have a PLN.
I have a PLN.
I have a PLN.
I have a PLN.
Even I have a PLN.
Did you know that 1 out of 4 educators have a PLN? Some don't even know they have one. It can start simply by connecting with a few other educators. It's contagious and it spreads easily. If you have a PLN, your colleagues might actually have a PLN as well. A PLN is a life-changing thing. Your personal learning network. Because you need one, even if you didn't know what it was.
Yes, we back. We back once again. Tuning in once again. The topic of discussion is men forced by peer pressure. Yeah. I know hard rock dudes is like, I'm not forced by peer pressure. Nobody tell me what to do. That's peer pressure right there. Nobody tell you what to do. How you gonna be a successful person in life? Whether if it's by family, whether if it's by friends, whether if it's by just dialogue, clients, religion, whatever you want to go by. How do you have that attitude like nobody can tell you what to do? Somebody is going to tell you what to do. You're not bigger than the world. We are of the world, and we can make the world ours, but we're not bigger than the world. So don't have that attitude thinking like nobody can tell you what to do, because you're listening to somebody. Somebody is telling you what to do. Don't matter if it's your boss at work, if it's your wife, your husband, even your children, if they tell you like, I'm hungry, what are you gonna do? Nobody tell me what to do. You gonna go hungry? Like, come on now. Like, I don't know. A lot of men like they take like that toughness like far and beyond, and it really like damage their lives, you know. Cause I always say this: at the end of the day, don't matter if you treat a female bad, she gonna always be good. A woman is gonna always be good. You know what I'm saying? She can have arguments with her mother. She may not like her mother, her father, or her friends. She may have despairs with her friends, but a female is gonna always be good. Always. Mark my word, man. Don't think that you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Some men is gonna always be good, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what if a female, if you think that she's good or not, successful or not, if she's going through whatever, a woman is gonna always be good. So you can break her down, you can hurt her, you can use her, you can abuse her, but she's gonna always have support. So what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to them? What are we doing to our families? We losing out. We always lose out. And at the end of the day, when we break these women down and we go to men and we talk to men about it or whatever, at the end of the day, the men don't got our backs. Men don't got our backs. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of always talking bad about women and using women and abusing women, you need to start supporting them. Because a man is not going to always have a man back. You know, we don't support each other like that. I'm keeping it 100. So the topic of discussion is calling 877-430-1289. Shout outs to Chris, Frederick, for bringing up this very topic. I like this topic. You know, I could talk about anything, because if you can think about it, it's relevant. That's how I look at it. You know, nothing is irrelevant in life. You know, we can all learn, we can all teach each other, we can all embrace each other for what we're going through. And somebody out there is going through this. Somebody out there went through this, either on the receiving end, you know, or what. Somebody is going through this, you know. Peer pressure is big. It's big, you know, in adults. You know, we think just because we become an adult that we don't have peer pressure. You know, peer pressure hit adults in so many ways. It hit us with society telling us how to dress, telling us how to look, telling us what we should accept. That's the biggest peer pressure right there, when society tell you what you should accept. Like for example, if the government say, oh, you should accept this 3-eye zombie with horns coming out their head walking down the street just because they exist, you should accept that. That's peer pressure right there. I'm not accepting that. If it's not to my liking, and if it's not normal, I'm not liking it. If I know it's not right, I'm not liking it. I don't care who you are. I'm not liking it. So you can get ahead with that. You know? So, and I'm one of those though. I don't go by peer pressure. You know, either you take me the way I am, or you don't take me at all. And that means is that you never did like me. So I'm not forced by peer pressure. I do what I want. I don't step on nobody's toes. I don't cause boundaries. But I'm not going to like something just because you like it. Nah, get out of here with that. I'm my own being, you know. And in that sense, I'm not going to also discredit what you like, because I'm a fair person, and I know that just because I like something, somebody else may not like it. So if I'm not going to judge you, don't judge me, because we all got flaws. And if you judge me, then I have that's just open up the gate for me to talk about everything that's wrong with you. So don't do that. Don't go there. You know, like they say, never throw stones in a glass house. So let's get it going. So calling people, I want some men to call in. I know this is like maybe a touchy topic for men. I don't know. I want some women to call in though. I know women's going through this. I'm gonna check the Facebook page. I'm gonna see what they talking about on Facebook, cause I know women is going through this. I know women probably go through this. Women go through this a lot. You know, men thinking that they, you know, can't do certain things, shouldn't be a certain way, and this and that. You know, but it is what it is though. You know, it is what it is. And I'm feeling the vibe. So I'm actually let me see what's going on. Okay, let me see. Okay, Young said he chatting live on Spreaker. Young said it's true. Just sometimes you have the wrong woman in your life. Get so caught up with all the wrong ideas. It goes both ways, though. Sometimes we just get caught up with the thought of being in love, and that's true. I can definitely agree to him. I mean, I actually, you know, I mean, that's an experience of myself. You know what I'm saying? Love, sometimes, you know, we think that the person that we fall in love with love us, and sometimes we think that the person that we fall in love with loves themselves. So, you know, it can go two ways, you know, by loving the wrong person. You know, they can either not love themselves and we don't know, and we just want the best for them and we want to do for them and care for them, or sometimes we fall in love with people that really don't have the same vision and the same goals and dreams that we have. You know, they just in disguise and using us, and we find out. But let me just say this, at the end of the day, the people that use people always get the short end of the stick, because they always living in fear. They always living in when you know, you're always fidgety. You're always thinking people is out to get you. You know, you always have to find new friends and find new connections, because you're on burned bridges, so you can't speak to the other people. So people that use people is always on the run, and they're never happy. They're never happy, you know. They just can have that ability to come off with that new intro when they meet new people, because new people don't know what they're going through. But I know in this world, it's a small world. It's a very small world. And the more negative you are, or more negative a person are, the smaller their world gets. So, you know, you're not winning. Negative people don't win. They never win. You know. So I would definitely like to thank Young for leaving that comment on Spark 95.0 Radio. Big up to you. Big up, shout outs. And, you know, that's what it is. So, I was hoping that Chris would have called in and left a little comment, being that this, you know, this show was dedicated to his response. You know, this is an international number. I believe this is an international number. So, you know, anybody can call in. This is also internet radio, So if you have Wi-Fi, you can also get this radio station. So it's really no limitation, to the abilities. So I would like to thank you once again for tuning in, and appreciate everything. This show is only going to go an hour for tonight. So I will pick it up next week. Same time, same bat channel. It's going to be the same. So I would like to once again thank everybody for tuning in, thanking everybody for taking the time out and showing the love and showing everything, and just talking to Tuesday Talk Qualities. And I'm about to get off this air, people. Peace, love, and harmony. And if you need, before I get off, if you need promo, if you need advertisement, if you need sponsorship for your brand, you could be anything. A brand is just your name. So you can be an artist, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be anything. You could be a landlord, you can be a property owner. Email me at djallspark@djallspark.com, and we can take it from there. And you can do a drop on the show, displaying and advertising your company or whatever. It's a win-win situation because, like I said, it's a fan base. It's a large fan base worldwide, so people's gonna hear you. This is also downloadable, so you will stay in the people's ears, and it's also good on your resume. It's good for your approach. It's good for your resume. It's public publicity, and you need that if you got a brand. So hit me up, like I said, djallspark@djallspark.com. Don't think that you're, too big like that. Any publicity is good publicity. And this is why I'm here, because I think like that. So I would thank you for calling in, tuning in. Well, not calling in, but tuning in. And I'm out. Peace, love, and harmony.